It's showtime at Homestead, Miami.
Andre Baranowskis at the line, steals it in the Indy 250.
Morgan, the Baxter's in trouble, there they go. Gordon's on the wall, jumps right around.
Side by side on the final lap, coming to the checkered flag.
Steve Morgan, the last lap pass, and the victory in Las Vegas.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 14 in season number 5 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Series. We are here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the CN-Rail 300, a 40-lap race around this 1.5-mile speedway in Concord, North Carolina. And this race marks the halfway point of the season in the Turkey Hill Series. After tonight's event, we will be halfway through the season. And that means that this championship's starting to definitely creep up into the picture. We got Josh King still leading in the points, but he starts deep in the field here today, so it's going to be interesting to see if he leaves this event as the points leader. But either way, we're going to have a bit of a special broadcast for you tonight. I'm actually still going to call some of the race, but I'm going to be part of a radio-style broadcast. Bradley Ream's going to have the front stretch. Ethan Lewis is going to have turns 1 and 2. And I'll have turns 3 and 4 for this event here in the CN-Rail 300. So going to be a bit of an interesting race from the commentary standpoint. But I'm going to ask Ethan, we got our points leader, Josh King, starting deep in the field. We also got second in points, Parker Smith, starting very close to him as well. Do you think those guys are going to have a chance at moving their way from the back to the front here tonight at Charlotte?
Well, it's definitely a chance, but it is a very tight track, but it's still high speed, so there's definitely a chance.
We'll have to see what those guys can do. We had a great race last night in the Hers Dash Series. They were slipping and sliding all over the place, especially when the tires wore out. And there will be another pit stop here tonight as well. This race is probably going to play out very similarly to last night's race because we run GNS physics, and we're having the same exact fuel and tire wear here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway as we did last night. Not only that, it's the same length as well at 40 laps long. Only thing is, no ratings are in play. Everyone has equal ratings, so it's really anybody's game once the green flag flies here at Charlotte. This is how they line up in the championship standings after 13 races. Josh King, still the points leader, 376 points towards the championship for him. Parker Smith is 15 points behind. Jacob Hammond, 36 points behind, the teammate to Josh King, doing rather well. Then you have John Andrews, 41 points behind, and Carter Friesen, 45 points behind. Our last winner here in the Turkey Hill Series, Carter Friesen, who won 2 days ago the Lucas Oil Raceway. Let's go ahead and get these guys to roll off. Make sure everyone does roll off, first of all. And once we do, we'll go through the top 10 starting lineup, and I'll hand it over to Bradley to start the call of this race, and we'll do this radio-style broadcast here from Charlotte. Edwin Mendez on the pole for Mark Davidson Racing. Going to be starting on the inside of Zach Rogers in row number 1. We got Zachary DeLello in the A to the inside of Joshua Rush. Daniel Voiles, Las Vegas and Bristol winner from earlier this season, looking for his 3rd win of the year. He's to the inside of Owen Miles, Jordan Lopez in the 22, and Keyshawn Richardson in the 25. And then Railfan Motorsport teammates Mitchell Collins and Ryan Benjamin. This, bit of a hometown race for him, because Bradley, the owner of this team, hails from this area, so your home track's why you wanted to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it down to you to begin the CN-Rail 300 here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Take it away, Bradley.
It's going to be a good one tonight, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Most of the teams in actual NASCAR racing are hail or close to here, but tonight it's all about other people in other places, and it's a very diverse set of drivers tonight. It's going to be 40 laps of action in the CN-Rail 300. You got Edwin Mendez and Rogers in the outside lane. Was the pace of cars going to dive off on a pit lane as we're going to get this one rolling. Green flag. Flagman has it in his hand, and green flag is out. We are racing here in Charlotte. Mendez with a good jump on him, but Rogers is going to have the upper hand here for a second. Mendez will clear him into turn number 1.
Still side by side as they go into the 99 to clear him out of turn 2, though.
Zachary DeLille looking to the inside of Zach Rogers for the second position. You got Voiles here in the 96. But a rather orderly start as Mendez going to lead lap number 1.
On the front stretch, like Napa said, Mendez is going to lead lap 1. DeLello is right behind him with Voiles looking to the inside of Rogers, as here comes the 22 as well.
Mitchell Collins coming up here in the 00, and Chloe Reiner got loose there. She's going to get in the Joshua Rush a little bit. Rush almost in the outside wall. Getting a little dicey there. That's 4 wide as they come across the line. Oh boy.
Turn number 1.
There goes Vargas. He's in the outside wall.
Vargas is in the wall.
Oh, and ahead
They're
of him.
still wrecking into turn 1 and 2.
Huge pile up into turn 2. Christian Vargas with a lot of damage in the 82 machine.
As you saw, 4 wide does not work on this tight racetrack. 3 wide can work, but 4 wide is just a big no-no here at Charlotte, as you see what happened right there.
Yeah,
First yellow in the
Andrews, who
CN
was 4th in points, got caught up in that one. 41 behind. He's going to fall back after that. 2 of the American Motorsports drivers got involved in an accident. Tough break for those guys.
Mendez will lead it back to the line over Zachary DeLello, and then in the 22 of Lopez.
Well, I think we're ready to go ahead and see what happened. Bring out the caution here at Charlotte. 4 wide off the corner, or should I say off the tri-oval. Doesn't usually work here at Charlotte. Let's see what happened.
Looks like they're just 4 wide coming into the, or out of the tri-oval, sorry. And the 82 just gets turned by the, what's this, the 64. And hardened to the outside wall.
You see Joshua Rush also get into it there as well. Ryan Benjamin got a piece of it, and then got in the Keyshawn Richardson ahead of him, and that's what caused the 25 to go around. Surprisingly, only a couple of guys really got involved in this one. You see John Andrews there get right in the Vargas. And then Jeremiah Dwayne also go around in the 36 there as he got spun off of our points leader. Josh King got a piece of this one. Not much damage on the 41, but he was still caught up in this one a little bit.
It does not work well at Charlotte. You're going to see it here. Reiner and Vargas, as well as the 98, I believe that is. And it's just going to be a big pile up from there. You see the American Motorsports and Josh King, the points leader, get into that one as well.
Jeremiah
Hard,
Dwayne in the 36
big wreck
as
here.
well. Caught up in that one.
At Charlotte to bring out the first caution. We're ready for the restart. And we're back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway after the first caution. A huge wreck, 4 wide situation in turn number 1 and 2. Edwin Mendez, the race leader. Zachary DeLello is in second. The 22 of Lopez. Then you have the 93 of Zach Rogers, and then you have the 00, Mitchell Collins.
Definitely going to be interesting on this restart for these guys. Now that they're single file, I don't know if we're going to go 4 wide again. I'd like to mention, we do have 2 guys knocked out of the race, Christian Vargas and John Andrews. Obviously, they took the hardest hits in that wreck. Tough break for those guys, but 38 guys still on the lead lap here at Charlotte.
Pace car dives in on the pit road. We're going to restart here on lap number 7, coming to lap number 8. Edwin Mendez is going to lead it to the green flag. Green flag is back out here, and we are back underway. As Edwin Mendez is going to get a slight jump, but don't think they're going to stay single file.
Edwin Mendez still leads into turn 2, but the DeLello still is right behind him. He's peeking to the inside now.
And DeLello to the inside of Mendez for the race lead. Here comes Zach Rogers in the 93. Mitchell Collins in the 00. Mendez going wide as DeLello takes it away.
To the line here, it's going to be Zachary DeLello, and then it's going to be the 99, as you see 2x2 for the top, for second place, as Mitchell Collins to the inside. He might be able to get a good run off the corner and get the lead. All in a little bit of contact there.
Yeah, Mitchell Collins
looking
there. Got a little loose there off the corner. These guys are really getting loose now. It's what we saw last night in the Hearst Dash Series race. This 4 wide again. And they fanned it back down, thankfully.
That was close right there. Like Napa said, 4 wide does not work, but there's 3 wide throughout the pack for the third spot. Mendez almost got up in the wall there, so they're going to go 3 wide for 4th now.
And Ethan, I mean, you're seeing all this 3 wide here going through turn 2. That tire was definitely significant for these guys, isn't it?
Yes, if they just make one little wrong move, and the whole field will be wiped out like that first wreck.
Could be wiped out in an instant. The 93 goes for the lead into turn number 2.
Zach Rogers takes the lead out of turn 2
Oh, and there they
wreck.
go. Jacob Hammond, Daniel Voiles, inside wall hard.
And that might not bring out a caution. I think they kept it on. They kept it on the apron. Nope, yellow is out.
Oh, and caution is out.
Second of the night.
2-car incident. 2-car incident in the back straightaway involving the 47 and the 96 of Voiles and Hammond. This is the second caution. Voiles is down pit road with some damage after hitting the inside wall.
Looks like Hammond just got turned. Oh,
Arca
jammed
brake.
up back in there. And
The
I didn't
98.
rush his night in the 98.
Yeah.
he's gonna have to get a tow back to the
Stuck on the
pits.
banking.
Well, it's been an interesting one so far. I think these guys might... Well, they actually got to organize it first, but I think they might be coming down the pit lane here soon. Yep, Zach Rogers is going to lead him down here. We'll have to see what the strategy play is for these guys. I'd imagine it's probably going to be 4 tires for a majority of the field, but Zach Rogers is going to lead us down the pit lane, able to take the race lead away there from Zach DeLillo and Edwin Mendez. Rogers going for his first career Napa fan win here tonight. As you see Joshua Rush there on the pit lane. Let's see what happens here on the pit stops. Mendez with the first pit stall as he started on the pole position. Oh, Zach Rogers going to go 2 tires, and he has a tough time getting off there. He bumped into Mendez just a little bit, but he will win the race off the pit lane in the number 93, Zachary DeLello. Ryan Benjamin, Owen Miles, and then Edwin Mendez with a slower stop. He might have taken 4 tires there. Very interesting there, but Zach Rogers, our race leader. Let's see what happened to bring out the second caution of the night here in the CN Rail 300 from Charlotte.
Looks like they're just 4 wide there coming out of turn 2. 47 Jacob Hammond on the inside. Oh, looks like the car came down and got into the 96 of Daniel Voiles, and they both got into the inside wall.
Yeah, tough break there for Jacob Hammond, but it's tough to work that inside when you can't slide up. I mean, we saw the tire wear is definitely coming into effect there, especially through the exit of turn 2, and unfortunately those guys got caught up. I don't think either of them are going to get knocked out, though. Voiles has a bit of damage, but Hammond should be able to continue with not much trouble.
So coming out of turn 2, they're going to have a 4 wide situation. Voiles is going to get loose out of turn 2, sending him into the 9, and they are going to go spinning to the inside wall. Hard lick for the 96 of Daniel Voiles. The 47 should be able to continue with minimal damage, but Voiles, he might be a factor of a lapped car later on in this race.
We'll have to see. Zach Rogers won the race back to the line. We'll have to see what he can do on the restart. He only took 2 tires on his pit stop, so let's see. Already 2 cautions in the first half of this race here in the CN Rail 300 from Charlotte. And this actually was happening coming to the line. Hunter Blade slid up in the Collins. They kept it straight there, but it jammed everybody up. And then you're going to see Josh Williamson and Nick Smith get caught up a little bit, and around they go. And we caught the tail end of that, which was these guys back in here jamming it up. That was Jeremiah Dwayne getting in the Joshua Rush, and kind of almost ending Joshua Rush's day here. Tough break for the 98. Well, it's been a crazy one so far. Race leader Zach Rogers. Let's see what he does on the restart here in the CN Rail 300 at Charlotte.
we're back here on lap 16 and 40 in the CNRL 300 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's the 93 leading, and then the 80 of Zachary DeLello in second. Third is Owen Miles, and then the 21 of Ryan Benjamin for Rail Fan Motorsports in fourth. And you have the Edwin Mendez in fifth coming to the line this time. They'll go back green flag racing here at Charlotte. Couple incidents after coming to the caution flag, including 3Y and then the field getting bunched up, but we are ready to go back racing here in Charlotte. Pace car dives off to the pit road as we will go single file green flag racing again. Green flag is out for the 93 as we're back racing here. A little bit of a jump for Rogers there in the 93.
DeLello still follows him out of turn 2, but Rogers will still lead coming to the back stretch as he's peeking to the inside now.
Owen Miles looking to make it 3 wide possibly. Here comes DeLello. He's to the inside. Rogers is going to slide up. So many guys way up there, and a couple guys coming down the pit lane, and I saw Williamson was one of those guys. I'm wondering if they had damage from that incident on the cooldown lap.
Owen Miles now to the inside for the lead 3 wide onto the backstretch.
DeLello on the outside lane going to try to make that work, but they're 3 wide. Here comes our pole sitter once again, back to the inside. That split the pack up, those guys coming down the pit lane there. They are really edgy here tonight in Charlotte. That's all I got to say.
It could be a wild night. You never know what you can see here on the NOFSRL channel. As you have Edwin Mendez trying to block 3 lanes at once. Just here comes the 73 of Bobo Jones looking for the race lead with help from Ryan Benjamin on the back straightaway.
Ryan Benjamin now looking to the inside for first. He's not going to quite be there.
3 wide there for third. They've been pushing up the racetrack all night, and they got to be careful not to get caught up in another accident. We've seen 2 of them already here tonight. Bobo Jones leading here at Charlotte.
Bobo Jones leads in the Cartoon Network Chevrolet Camaro as they head into turn number 1. One car almost grazed the wall, and that is the of, I believe, is Landon Smith Jr. This could stack up the field on the back straightaway.
Split up back in the field there, and they're starting to spread out up front. That's a good sign if we want to have a clean, or should I say a clean race to the end here. Bobo Jones continuing lead with Mendez running second.
Into turn 1 is still Bobo Jones and Mendez. They go double file in behind the leaders here in Charlotte.
Our pole sitter Edwin Mendez trying to run down Bobo Jones for the lead. He is right there coming into turn 3.
Mendez right there, but Bobo Jones holding strong pretty well right now. The number 73 machine, Lathan Strickland, up to third.
As they come across the line, it's halfway in between the race. It's halfway, and yeah, excuse me about that. Halfway in the into the race.
And now Edwin Mendez looking to the inside of Bobo Jones as they come to turn 3.
Have to see if Mendez gets the run here on Bobo Jones. Looks like he will. He's going to put Bobo Jones on the outside. Lathan Strickland's coming in the 88. A couple of these guys, as a matter of fact, everyone in the top 5 with the exception of Mark Allen has yet to win a race this season in the Turkey Hill Series.
They're still battling as Bobo Jones is going to almost hit the outside wall as we're coming up on some lap traffic. It's the 36 of Jeremiah Dwayne who will be able to get low and make a good move, and who will get held up.
Bobo Jones got held up tremendously there. Yeah. Such a tough break for the 73. Went from leading to
4 wide.
My goodness. Fan it back down.
They cross the front stretch. I believe it's the number 99 of Edwin Mendez leading the race from the ticker shown on the screen. But they're still trying to get around lap traffic. As you can see, the 93 got held back so much there because of that lapped car.
Yes, indeed he did, but now Lathan Strickland taking the lead from the 99.
Coming around on the front straightaway.
Nope.
It's Lathan Strickland. Oh, you got a yellow. Caution is out.
Yeah, someone dumped Jeremiah Dwayne there. That they had enough of him.
Third caution flag is out in the CNRL 300. Jeremiah Dwayne, who was a lapped car who pitted, during green flag. Don't know why he wouldn't have pitted during the caution flag last caution, but he came down and pitted anyways and gets himself to be lapped and potentially be gone around. So we're gonna see what happens here as that brought out the third caution.
I'm gonna double check, make sure these guys don't come down the pit lane. I know they're a little bit close on fuel most likely, but I believe they're gonna stay out here. Lathan Strickland going to hold on to the race lead. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the third caution of the night here in the CN Rail 300 from Charlotte.
Looks like the 36 really slow here, and the 41 just comes up, and 36 comes down, and Josh King is just collected.
Nowhere that Josh King could have gone in that situation as our points leader. That's definitely going to hurt him in the championship. I mean, everyone has been everywhere in this race. Jacob Hammond was involved in an accident. John Andrews was involved in an accident. Carter Friesen's been in the back of the field. Going to be interesting to see who the points leader is at the end of the night.
So as you can see, the 36 is a slow car. There's no reason why he should be on the track, as you're going to see the 41 come up into the 36, and almost he got some airtime there, but he's going to be involved. The 36 is most likely going to be out of the race. 41 has a little bit of damage, but I think he might be able to continue. So we'll see what happens here on the restart. We're back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as the third caution flag flew just a couple minutes ago, as you saw all the replays. Josh King, the points leader, could possibly come out of this race not being the points leader after it's all said and done. Lathan Strickland is in the lead in the 88 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. And then you got the 99 of Edwin Mendez, and then the 8 of Mark Allen. You have the 48 of Dylan Young, and then you have Owen Miles, and then Ryan Benjamin, as we're ready for the restart here in the CN Rail 300. Base car.
Some guys who got knocked out. You got Joshua Rush and the O2 of Brandon Mayhew still lapped down, and Williamson. Those guys came down the pit lane. Dwayne's obviously out, and Chloe Reiner also 8 laps down. She's out of the race as well.
Green flag is back out. We are back racing here at Charlotte.
Lathan Strickland will lead him into turn 1, a big gap from first to second now, as that's the 8 of Mark Allen looking to the inside of Edwin Mendez.
Now looking for second on the 99, but the 99 I think is going to have him cleared, and Mendez might have a run on Strickland. He got a really good jump there on the restart. They're coming the 12 laps to go. This thing's almost over here from Charlotte.
You never know what could happen. We might have a late race restart, but it's going to be the 88 leading that lap over the 99 and the 8 and others too. Can we see another caution is the question.
As the 99 almost into the outside wall, coming out of turn 2, 3 wide for second.
Owen Miles, great run for him in this 52 machine. He had a great run in Indy 250 qualifying the other day. Been a tough season for him in the Turkey Hill Series, but he might come home with a race victory tonight.
You never know what you're going to see here. Lathan Strickland still out front as the field is still battling behind him. That's what he wants to see in the mirror.
Owen Miles now looking to the inside of Edwin Mendez for second, as here comes Bobo Jones.
Yeah, Bobo Jones there in the 73. His teammate got caught up in a wreck earlier on, but Bobo Jones yet to win a race this season. He's on that inside lane. I mean, all these guys in the top 5 have yet to win a race this season. Such a huge opportunity for all these drivers up front.
Coming along under the line, Strickland's going to lead the lap again. Bobo Jones up to second now. 3 wide coming into turn 1.
They is in the outside wall, it looks like. And coming out of turn 2, he is going to clear them though.
Good run off the corner for him there for the race lead. Bobo Jones got to the inside of Lathan Strickland, closed right in on him. And Prince Racing to get their second win of the season here in the Turkey Hill Series. To the race lead goes Bobo Jones with 9 laps to go.
73 machine is out front over the number 88 of Strickland. In the turn 1 they go. Over to you, Ethan.
Bobo Jones still leads with, as the 87's gotten to 21 there.
They have been sliding through that corner all night long. We're going to see that tomorrow night in the Coke 600 as well. Really looking forward to that race, but we got a good race here in the Turkey Hill Series. Who's going to get it done at Charlotte?
You never know who could win. It could be Mendez or could be somebody up at the front. Could even possibly Bobo Jones get the win tonight. We'll see how it all plays out.
Layton Strickland looking to take the lead back from Bobo Jones as they come out of turn 2 side by side.
3 wide. Dylan Young looking to get a run on Lathan Strickland. He couldn't get to the inside of Bobo Jones. Strickland couldn't, at least. But Young looking for his first win of the season to the inside for second. Tywer's really coming into play. That outside lane's looking strong.
Yes, it is. Could that be the possible move for the race win? You never know, but you might be able to see that tonight.
Single file for the most part as we have 7 laps to go. Bobo Jones still leads out of turn 2.
And they're single file at the top 5 positions right here. You got Bobo Jones, Lathan Strickland, Dylan Young, Mark Allen. He wanted Atlanta, and this place is racing a lot like Atlanta, but his teammate back to the inside as the yellow's back out. Race back to the line. Bobo Jones.
Caution is back out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It looks like something occurred on the backstretch heading into turn 3. It looks like the 22 and the 12 is involved.
Dale Salzman with a lot of damage
Dale
there.
Salzman.
Oh,
Mitchell Collins is also involved.
Well, our 4th yellow. We had 5 yellows at the Lucas Oil Raceway. 4 yellows here tonight at Charlotte. Yellow fever here in the Turkey Hill Series as of late. Of course, we opened up the season with hardly any yellows, but now these guys are wrecking like crazy. It's going to set up a late race restart here at Charlotte. How do you think this race is going to go, guys? I mean, Bobo Jones looks strong, but will somebody else get to him in the final couple of laps?
Honestly, I think it might come down to the outside lane being really powerful and getting the last late race purge and getting the outside lane to get a push and get by the race leader. And possibly we might see some beating and banging. How this race has already played out, you never know what you might see.
If Layton Strickland's going to want to win this race, he's going to have to get a very good restart and dive to the inside on the green flag.
We'll have to see how it all goes down. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the 4th and hopefully final caution of the night here in the CN Rail 300 from Charlotte.
Looks like the 3 wide coming out of turn 2. 39 just got into him, and the 39 Josh Williams spun around, collected the 12 of Dale Salzman. And then here comes the 00 of Mitchell Collins, just rams right into the rear end of him.
And not only that, Dale Salzman got turned in the exact worst place hard into the inside wall, right where the wall opens up for the track personnel. Thankfully, this is just a video game and not real life, because that would have been a bad wreck if it was. Tough break there for Collins, Salzman, and Williamson getting involved in the wreck down the backstretch.
So you're going to see 3 wide action. Clifton's going to get turned here from 39, and they're going to come back up the track. Collins is going to get hit and hit again hard in the left front tire and near the door, as you see, and they're all going to retire. Is the 22 barely misses that one right there. Almost got a piece of it, but he's going to keep it clean. He might have gotten a piece of it coming from like the right side, but Bobo Jones
that might have been from a prior accident, I do believe. Possibly.
Yeah.
He was already at the back of the field as it was. Well, we're going to have an interesting restart here. Bobo Jones, the race leader, Lathan Strickland, Dylan Young, Mark Allen, and Owen Miles. Who do you guys think is going to get this race victory here at Charlotte?
All matters if you don't slide up into the turns and hit the wall. If you hit the wall, it's going to really hurt your speed. If you can, like, stay near the bottom of the line and then come up when you're clear, you might have a chance to win if you can execute.
Yep, exactly. Even if you have to slow down just a little bit to not slide up, that is going to pay in your favor, because you need to hold the bottom and not slide up the track and let anyone get under you.
We'll have to see how it all goes down. Only a couple laps left here for a restart in the CN Rail 300 from Charlotte.
2 laps to go coming to the line here in the CN Rail 300 from Charlotte Motor Speedway. A late race caution bringing it. Late race yellow bringing out the caution for a hard incident near on the back straightaway. As we see a couple cars a lap down from the 28th on back, and some have retired as well, but it's the 73, excuse me, Bobo Jones, and then the 88 and the 48 And then you have the 8 and the 52 running out the top 5 coming to the restart.
This is going to be an interesting one. I watch out for Dylan Young and Mark Allen. Mark Allen won Atlanta. Very similar racing to what we're seeing here tonight. And Dylan Young is a very experienced veteran in 2003. Watch out for that 48. 2 laps to go at Charlotte.
Green flag is out here in Charlotte as we're going to have 2 laps to go. 73 gets a good jump on the 88 as the top 5. Bubba Jones might be able to break away. You see Williams in the back there looking for the spot on Benjamin.
The 48 had a very good jump on the 88 there to start as he's looking to the inside down the backstretch. 3 wide going into turn 3.
Oh boy, Mark Allen, he's going for it. 3 wide there for second, but that might be exactly what Bobo Jones wants to see in his rearview mirror. White flag here at Charlotte in the CN Rail 300.
White flag is out here for Bobo Jones. Can Strickland come up with something big? He's going to look to the inside. I don't think he has it, but he might get the bumper to him. He's not going to be able to do it in turn 1 and 2.
73 ran a little high out of turn 2 there. I think he's gonna get it as the 88 doesn't have anything for him going to turn 3.
Bobo Jones in the 73s walking it up the racetrack. Here comes Strickland in the 88. How close will it be?
Get out your cameras.
Bobo Jones at the line. He got it. Held the outside for his first career win in the Turkey Hill Series. Great job for driver number 73.
Second place is Lathan Strickland. Close finish there. And I believe it was Mark Allen getting third. And it's the 48 of Dylan Young fourth.
As you mentioned, Mark Allen, a very good restart there for that 8 team.
What a race there at the end for those guys, and I really enjoyed what we were seeing there. Those guys sliding up the racetrack as the tires were worn out. The outside lane was the dominant lane there at the end, and Bobo Jones able to hold them off. And the number 73, great win for that whole team and that whole organization, but what a wild night here in the CN Rail 300. 27 guys finished on the lead lap, but then you got all these guys back in here who didn't have the best of days. Mitchell Collins, Dale Salzman, Josh Williamson, Jeremiah Dwayne, Chloe Reiner, Parker Smith, Jacob Hammond, Daniel Voiles, Christian Vargas, and John Andrews. Josh King is probably going to stay the points leader because both Parker Smith and Jacob Hammond finished below him in this race. But some other guys who were outside the top 5 are going to close back in on the championship battle. But what a great race here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and had some slipping and sliding all around this whole night. What do you think we're going to see in tomorrow's Coke 600? Because odds are it's going to be a lot like what we saw tonight.
Man, it's going to be another slip and slide. I think it's going to be more of a slip and slide than this race was. You never know what you're going to see. You might be able to see something, get a perspective for your car in qualifying on Friday night, I believe it is. But you never know what's going to happen. The Coke 600 are one of the prized possessions here in the NOFSRL. One of them, not the biggest, but it's Indy 250. It's one of them, but it's one of the second biggest in the Indy 250 week, as it's going to be a great couple of weeks of racing here on the NOFSRL channel.
Yes, this race was a big wreck fest as only 27 cars finished on a lead lap and only 3/4 of the field finished.
Definitely a very interesting race here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Turkey Hill Series. We already qualified for the Coke 600, and tomorrow night we'll be racing in the Coke 600 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. I don't think they're going to wreck as much. We're going to tone it down just a little bit for those guys because they do go really fast in those Cup cars. But we had a wild one here tonight and a great race. Thanks to Bradley and Ethan for helping me call this one here tonight from the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the CN Rail 300. And like I mentioned, we'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Coca-Cola 600, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Napa Fan. Later on tonight, very soon from now, as a matter of fact, we're going to host our first ever iRacing event in the NOFSRL, the NOFSRL Select, hence why this race was a little bit earlier than scheduled. because at 8 p.m. we're going to have ourselves a street stock event from the Charlotte Motor Speedway on iRacing. I'll be calling the event. Alex is putting it on for us. It should be a fun one. Hope you guys stick around and enjoy that here in less than an hour. But either way, congratulations to Bobo Jones in the number 73. Here are the points for the Turkey Hill Series. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Coke 600, and we'll see you guys Sunday, May 24th at noon Eastern Time for the Indianapolis 250 here during Indy 250 Week. Thank you guys so much for watching. On behalf of Bradley Ream and Ethan Lewis, I will see you guys later.